It is important that we do something about learning languages within schools. The diversity within New Zealand itself is rich. However, not every child has the opportunity to learn outside of the school context.
We create the capabilities in a few teachers in the school that put their hand up, that are motivated and interested in being a language teacher. The role of my class teachers here is to participate in the learning of another language with their kids while we have the languages teachers moving around the school.
It's important to learn quite a few languages because then you can learn to interact with different cultures.
Knowing the language sort of helps you get a picture in your head of what the people are like.
It's important that we're teaching about culture, not just language. They go hand in hand, and realistically, if you're just teaching the language, it's very superficial. The children need to know what's behind the language as well.
I just integrate it every day as much as I can, so they're hearing it all the time, celebrating each little piece of language or culture that might come along with it. They love the fact that they know unlucky and lucky numbers in Mandarin, and they know that we don't write in red pen because it's offensive. And they can compare that there's differences, there's similarities. That's really important for them to be able to see that as young as possible, so then they can be more open and understand it's not a bad thing that it's different.
They have different views and different perspectives on the world.
So how we say that is 我喜欢.
We usually start with numbers, basic phrases and stuff like that, and then we do a memory card game or something like that to help us remember.
Moving into the future, they need to be able to work and operate and understand a multifaceted approach across cultures.
And one of the cultural things that you need to be aware of is that when you have finished with your chopsticks, you never point them at people. It's disrespectful. I think starting early with learning languages and culture is important. It'll create children who are wanting to know more. It's having that interest grow and flourish throughout their whole education.
Everything we do here is about promoting a way of being, how we want to be with each other in terms of our own relationships with one another, and how we want them to be in terms of perceiving other cultures, how we want them to be interacting with adults, how we want them to be in terms of approaching learning.
我喜欢芒果因为甜.
And this is why we can't leave things to chance, because if we leave things to chance, just the privileged will get to learn about what they need to learn about.